Today we're ready to do a final check and submit our dinosaur postcard. The first thing I want you to do is check the size. So you're going to go up to Image, Image Size, and you just want to confirm that you have a 6-inch wide by 4-inch high document size with a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. Once you've checked the size and it's okay, then you're going to check your layers. So if you go over to your layers panel, you want to make sure that you have the proper layers. So the first layer I have here is shadows, and that is an optional layer. You do not need to have that. The layers that you need to have are landscape, Big Mama, Baby Dino 3, Baby Dino 2, Baby Dino 1, the eggshells, and the line drawing. So at a minimum, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. You could also have the shadows layer, and you may actually also have a separate layer for this stuff down underneath the eggshells. So minimum would be 7, but you could have a maximum of 9 layers if you had shadows plus a separate layer for this stuff down at the bottom. All right. Now we want to check our layers one by one. If you have a shadows layer, you can go ahead and turn this off. So I'm going to check them by turning them all off one by one. So shadows is off, and the only thing that should disappear when I turn that off are the actual shadows. Then we have the landscape, Big Mama, Baby Dino 3, Baby Dino 2, Baby Dino 1, the eggshells, and then the line drawing should have nothing on it. It should not be altered at all. Now I want you to go back and check each layer one by one. A word about the names of your layers. The names of your layers don't have to match the names of my layers exactly. So for example, if for Baby Dino 1, you called it Little Dino 1, that's okay. So as long as the name of your layer makes sense for what's on that layer, then you're good. Okay, so it doesn't have to match my names exactly. So let's turn on the eggshells, and the only color we should see is eggshells and possibly the stuff on the bottom if you chose to put it on the same layer. Turn that off. Now I'm going to Baby Dino 1, and I'm just checking the color and making sure I don't have color from Baby Dino 3 on the Baby Dino 1 layer. If I have that, then I need to go back and fix that. If you have some fixing that you need to do and you're not sure how to do it, then please come get me so I can help you through that process. Here's Baby Dino 2, Baby Dino 3, Big Mama, the landscape, and finally my shadows. Okay, so everything's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn those all back on. And I'm going to go ahead and do a final save. And then I'll go ahead and close out of that and get into MyConnect. Before you actually submit this, you'll notice on your lesson 2.4, you have a link right here for submitting your project. Before you do that though, I want you to go down to resources and check your dinosaur postcard project points sheet. That is a PDF document, so you're going to pull that up. I want you to pay careful attention to where all your points are coming from for this project. So your first 10 points come from your file name. Remember, this should be your last name, then your first name, and then the name of the project. The name of the project doesn't have to be exact. It could be like Dino PC or whatever, but it does need to be the name of the project. Then your next 10 points come from the file size and resolution. And then your layers. So we have a line drawing layer with no color alterations, an eggshell layer, a Baby Dinosaur 1 layer, a Baby Dinosaur 2 layer, Baby Dinosaur 3 layer, the Big Mama Dinosaur layer, the landscape layer with a layer mask, and then you have 10 points for overall design and quality. Now notice you're not getting any points for those extra layers if you chose to do the shadows or if you separated the ooze or whatever that is on the bottom from the eggshell layer. But you can have them, you just will not get separate points for them. So this is for a total score of 100 points. This is really a big grade for you. So this is your, think of it as your test grade for Module 2. So you really want to make sure you do not forget this important step of submitting your project. If you don't submit it, there's no way you can get the points. So make sure that you are really conscientious about that. Get that submitted and make sure that when you do submit it, that it actually goes through. You'll notice that you have an optional extra credit for 10 points. Most projects will have an extra credit option that you can do with them. If we go back to your module, you'll notice that there's an extra credit. There's a PDF document that you can pull up that will explain how you can create your own postcard, and you'll be submitting that with your actual project at the same time. MyConnect will allow you to submit multiple projects. For every project grade, your test grade, you can get up to 110 points, and that's a really nice way to boost your grade if you have time to do it. If you don't have time, don't worry about it. You'll have other opportunities for future modules. Let's go look at this Dinosaur postcard project turn-in. If I click on that, my view is a little bit different than what you're going to see because you have a student view and I have a teacher view. So when you click on this, there's your 100 points. Notice that it's saying the file types that it's accepting are PSD, so this will only accept a .psd or Photoshop file. If you try to submit another type of file, it will not accept. All right, so make sure you're grabbing your .psd, which is the type of file that you should have anyway. And then on your screen, it'll have a prompt to upload the file, and then it'll ask you if you want to choose another file if you did the extra credit, and then you're going to submit. After you submit it, up in the right-hand corner up here, I don't have it, but you'll have either a red X, which means it did not go through, or a green check mark, a big green check mark. That means it did go through. And so you're going to wait to see that green check mark before you close out of this. And then once you're done with that, let's go back to Module 2. You are going to watch this video, which is going to teach you how to change your PSD file into a JPEG so that you can upload it to Artsonia. And it's going to give you a link right here for uploading your artwork to Artsonia and creating a statement. That will not be due until 2 days after your project is due. So you'll have another day to watch the video and then another computer day to upload that. That's it for Module 2. Go ahead and take care of that, and we will be moving on to Module 3.